everybody, it's Jane. That took me forever. I could not get to my Surface Anthology Facebook page. And I'm on Merry Makers, so, and YouTube. Oh my gosh, that was like crazy. I tried everything to make it work, and I've got my sick grandson, Mateo's coming over in about an hour, so I wanted to pop on here really fast. Now, what's this alert I'm getting? Oh, I don't know what that means. Anyway, hey everybody, it's Jane from Surface Anthology, sometimes Merry Makers, and Chalk Mercantile, of course. And I really wanted to go over this. I was just looking at this while I had some lunch. It's the February-March Country Living. Hey, Shannon. Oh my God, Shannon, I don't know if it's my Switcher account or if it's Facebook, but I can't get to my Facebook page. But I was looking at this, and I really want you guys to see the painted furniture in here, because painted furniture, a lot of people say, oh, it was in and now it's out. No, it has always been with us. Always. People were, as soon as they could mix, you know, different colors of mud and put it on stone, people love decoration. We love that. And it's always been with us. And this issue is really nice. Hey, Nadine. Yes, the snow is beautiful, Nadine. I know you've got it up there in New Hampshire. Wait, did you get it in New Hampshire? Because it did look like it kind of went up in a weird way. And yeah, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hey, Brenda, happy Valentine's Day. And somebody asked me, I did just send out through the texting app, and I don't even know. Oh, no, you can't even get it through this page. But I just sent out a code to get free shipping on $60 worth of stuff and up. And somebody asked about paint. I will not ship paint until those nighttime temps go up a little bit, because it's going to be really cold. Bah humbug, Brenda. Did you get my poem I sent out about all us creatives supporting each other? I just think it's a fellowship, a sisterhood filled with love, right? And we've got like one guy who joins us, right? The wonderful Walter, who pops on every now and again. I bet he's working today, so he's not with us. So yeah, you got a sprinkly, cold and windy as heck though. Yeah, the wind is whistling. I love that sound. And I just went out to ship orders. I've been like a nut today and trying to continue with this, you know, organizing behind me. And there's a lot of snow, but it's beautiful. And my town did a great job on the roads. And I made it up my driveway, which was a blessing. Oh, but anyway, you guys, if anybody has my text number, can you just pop it in the comments? And if you want to join my text group, because I do send out, hey, Wendy, how's it out there? I bet it's really cold, right? But if anybody wants to join my text group, I send out promo codes and I let you know when I'm going live. All right, so let's begin, right? Because I just love this. I'm going to get in slightly closer because I'm in this antique, this like, wait a minute, here we go. Antique lovers group. Oh, come on, Jane, there you are. Oh, Brenda, you're down south, right? You're down in like Virginia. She's saying it snowed yesterday morning. It was so beautiful. And then it promptly went into the 40s. Yeah, so no joy. Right. So it melts, right? Thank you, Brenda. So if anybody wants to join my text group, get those promo codes when I do send them out, know when I go live. Thank you, Shannon. You guys are on it. I don't know why. I'm about to give up on this app, the Switcher app that I use. Because today was just like, oh my, I just wanted to pop on. All right. So first let's talk about the cover, which I love. I call this a Doris Day palette. I love it. But look at the gingham check. It's very 60s, 70s, you know, modern 60s, 70s to me. And I just love it. It's just happy and cheerful. What's more cheerful than gingham, right? Oh, good. You got my text. Yes. All right. But I started looking at this and I was like, wow. This is the first article and it's called Distressed Doors, okay? And if you look at this, and I love this bedroom. It's really beautiful. It's lots of neutrals. But look at that painted distressed door, right? Incredible. The desk is beautiful. It's painted. Looks like everything else in the room is indeed wood. But look at that door. And the doors get better. Of course, this one, you know, this is John Darien. If you don't follow him, check him out. And he is, yeah, just John Darien, D-E-R-I-A-N. But look at these doors. Like he's had these sweet 18th century Swedish doors that he stored until he could find a place for them. And he never, you know, that's the original paint. Isn't that exquisite? That beautiful blue, little bit, you know, it's got that little bit of that periwinkle feel to it with the white trim. And boy, is this easily recreated in milk paints. But I just absolutely loved that. Look at the white painted chairs. Nothing fancy. They're just painted white. And it just all works beautifully together. I just love those, right? Isn't it beautiful, Brenda? And look at this one. This is my favorite. It looks like it comes from an old hotel. It's got the room number, right? Look at that. They didn't even bother to change the paint. And I love it. Like somebody started painting it, you know, that feeling like me stripping those chairs where I was just like, oh, I was ready to haul them into the woods. And these people are using this door with that number on it as is. I love it. I just think it's fabulous. Two very, very different styles here, but beautiful. Hey, Deborah, yay! Happy Valentine's Day. Now, you know, here we go in painted kitchen, greens. These are very, I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of greens, but I would stay at this house and enjoy this kitchen, right? The mirror, right? Back here, Brenda. Yeah, that one. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But wait, there's more. Because I'll show you what I got really excited about. Now this one, we just did a little stenciling in the Surface Anthology membership. Look at this floor. All right? Painted and stenciled. I love it. It looks fresh. It looks modern. And let me tell you, those are totally traditional designs, right? Beautiful space. We've got a brown wood table. Love the blue of that door and of the sconces. But it's fabulous, you know? And then when you paint a floor like that, you've got to just let it wear down, right? I would wax it and I would just let it wear down. You love the one, Nadine, right? With the number? Wendy's saying, the Swedish doors remind me that not everything needs to be distressed. Yes, within an inch of its life. Absolutely, right? Sometimes we just need to just, right, like pull back. We could always distress more, right? We could always live with it a little while and then distress it more. Oh, I am. I'm going to see my little grandson in about an hour, though he's sick. That's why he's coming over today. But we'll do something fun. What is the ceiling on the blue door page? It's looks like it's the same color as the walls, Shannon. See that? Right? So all the action is like the lower 2/3 of this room. But I love that. And we might be doing a floor cloth. Danielle mentioned that. Another one of our members doing a floor cloth. All right, this is what I really wanted to get to. You're frozen. Did I freeze? Am I freezing now, you guys? If I'm freezing, it's okay now. If I'm freezing, just come back and watch the replay. Yay, I'm back. Oh my goodness. I know it's super, super windy and cold here, so who knows what's happening. All right, this is what I wanted to get to. Now, I'm a quilter. I love folk art. I love all that. But this is all painted stuff. And it's all about folk painting, right? Look at this space, right? That's Swedish folk painting inspired. I absolutely love it. Isn't it beautiful? Right? That little like alcove is so gorgeous. But over here, now you guys know I carry DIY paint, and Debbie has been sharing some of her work, you know, and using bright colors, very folksy, right? The Swedish doors, yeah, they're so beautiful. Interuse of, oh yeah, the outdoor pendant, right? Love the ceiling. Excellent. Now, look at this. So I just thought this was beautiful. Really simple, I don't think there's a lot of distressing at all on that piece, but it's so much fun. And if you follow an account called, let me see if I'll get this right, Dingle Dell, she does beautiful floral painted furniture that reminds me of this, right? Look at this one down here. So beautiful, so happy. But this is what reminded me of Debbie, of DIY paint. Look at this, right, you guys? Look at the brights. There's actual neons in there. And if you look, if I can hold this, right back here, look at the panels on that like little closet door. You know, super neons on there. But it just reminded me of her and that beautiful folk style, you know, the bright, very California, very Mexican. It's so beautiful. And you see the different feels you can get, right? Depending on what palette you use. You love all of it. Oh, I know. I do too. I mean, it makes me so happy. It's very, very happy. It's very optimistic. I love it. Looks like, yeah, Brenda, right. The IOD primitive stamp, right? Absolutely. You can appreciate it, but it's not for you. Brenda, absolutely. I have to tell you something. As much as I love this, and even, you know, when you look at, I just noticed this. There's paint detail on this app. This has got to be a Swedish bench, just kind of around the wood. As much as I love that, I don't know that I would paint something like that in my house. But I might do like something in the summer, maybe a floor cloth, maybe some painted pillows, something like that. And of course we would all customize the palette to ourselves, right? Where's the Dutch door? I love this. I have to tell you, do you guys get magazines? Oh, yeah, the Dutch door. It's fabulous, right? So much fun. Those are so great. But yeah, now this I just have to tell you, I go by this house when I go over across the river and through the woods, right? Look at these guys. If you don't get Country Living, you got to get the magazine. It's so great. But they live in Hadlime, and I'm one of those people. I drive by, and I'm like, oh my God, look at that garden. And I'm slowing down, and then I turn around, and I drive back. Well, here they are. Their names are Rob, Nestor, and Bill Reynolds. I did not find an Instagram or anything, but their house is gorgeous. They have an antique house. I've never been in it, but the garden is exquisite. It's absolutely exquisite. But look at this blanket chest right here. Beautiful, right? And lots of blue, a beautiful, optimistic, pretty blue, right? But look at that, gorgeous. I just love it. Brenda's like, no way. But they have a whole thing about them, all these beautiful Queen Anne houses, which with the prices, I don't know if they're all for sale. Oh, if I was a gazillionaire, let me tell you, I'd have a house in every state. This is that. Now you have to, you know, you got to look at editing, right? And this is why I tell you guys, you can't judge a color when you look at it in print, right? Here's the same room that's on the cover, but look at how they pumped it up, right? Bright, really, really bright, light and color. And here it is, which I suspect is more of what it actually looks like. Oh, the John Darien light blue doors. Let me see. See, there's a delay. Oh, yeah. This is probably some loft in Manhattan somewhere. Look at that. Gorgeous. He has a way, if you don't follow John Darien, please do, because he leaves so much alone and as is. If you look at his house in Provincetown, another one that I made my husband walk by with me like 25 times. I'm like, that's John Darien's house. He's like, who's John Darien? I go, oh my God. And he leaves stuff. So you feel like you're walking into like history. There's a lot of soul there. Deborah's saying the primitive look is coming back with a vengeance. Uh-oh. Brenda's like, yep, unfortunately. Well, you know, and primitive covers a lot of stuff, you guys, right? Primitive covers a lot of stuff. So, you know, look at this wallpaper somebody found. Oh, could you just die for child's room? So then, of course, there's recipes. Oh my God. I just have to stop like eating. I love food so much. It's terrible. They have a wonderful article about a woman who makes these hats that are very much in style now by hand. She's making them by hand, right? Florida, beautiful. Let me see if there was anything else in here. This is incredible to me. And I posted a picture of a house, an antique house that was just falling apart, and somebody took the time to restore it. Look at this. It's like I would just drive by that. Look what they made, right? Look at how beautiful that is. All you need is a little bit of money and the well, right? We all need a floor cloth, yeah. I still have my mom's. My mom made one. And it's fabulous, and they're super durable. John Darien and the house with the garden you love. Yeah. Yeah, Brenda, you and I have, you know, we like more of that traditional, classical kind of stuff, right? We all need a floor cloth. We do. Absolutely. Just making sure. John Darien is very cool. And I think I told you guys I was at a show in New York City once called Shop Object. It's like when, you know, I own a retail shop. So you go there to look at stuff and you could buy wholesale. And again, my husband, my long-suffering husband was with me. And I said to him, oh, Rick, I go, that's actually John Darien over in the corner. And he did that show that year. And there he was. And he's so calm, right? And also Christophe Pornet was at New York Now, I think at the same time. So I got to see the two of them. Oh, and they just do beautiful, beautiful work. Brenda, I'm with you. Deborah. Well, and look at this, how beautiful the inside of this is in Texas. I think this place is in Texas. Little House on the Pasture. It's a Depression era cottage. Oh, it's rural Ohio. Beautiful. Now, this is another thing I wanted to show, because sometimes you'll hear me use the term a cold bowl of oatmeal, right? If you, now this is really beautifully designed, but when you bring in gold like this and some black into a very neutral room like this, it just does something. It's just beautiful, right? And I love it. It's very restful, very relaxing, but it's not like, oh my God, that's, you know, a cold bowl of oatmeal. And they did this. Here's the kitchen, right? All neutrals, beautiful wood ceiling. I think it's painted, but there's that portrait with the gold frame, and it really, really does something for the room. Another thing I want to learn how to do, because I'm looking at this table. Have you guys heard of scrubbed pine? The scrubbed pine English tables, right? I want to know how they get that look. Is it just scrubbed and they don't put wax on it? Like, what's up with that? I love it. Yes, the color's really soft, right? It's really beautiful, Nadine. Nadine's loving this color. And it gives you a taste of what you're going to be in for when you walk in, right? And I love the metal roof. It's beautiful. But it all works together really, really beautifully. It's very soft, very relaxing. It calms me right down. And I love the texture of the tile. You know, you got to add a little bit of something to this. I think that's really beautiful. Painted tub base, right? Look at the bathroom. But look at that. You could do a nice lime paint, right? And oh, look at this. My husband or my son want to do this. We talk a lot about stuff like this when we're all together. But look at this. That is a shelf that goes around the ceiling, and it's just all books, but they're all turned around. So you just see all the beautiful pages, the page ends, right? And all the different colors. I just thought that was really, really beautiful. And of course, that color is picked up in this little, a little portrait right there. But I thought that was beautiful. Can't look at fasting for Lent. Oh my God. You know, in Connecticut, you could drive up, you could drive through ashes, I was calling it. And yes, fasting. Good for you, Deborah. You love the scrubbed pine. Don't know how. I looked it up, and I suspect maybe if Wendy is watching this or if she watches the replay, because Wendy refinishes, she's professionally refinishes wood. I think it's old growth pine, so it's not super soft. It's a harder, you know, closer grain pine that's literally been scrubbed and waxed and scrubbed and waxed. They don't stain it. It's just, you know, it's a very utilitarian finish, right? Don't you love these shelves? Shannon, I'm like, ugh, where could I put that? That's so beautiful, right? I just love it. And I love the Jenny Lynn bed. I mean, and that's just stained. Here's that blue again. And look at this, right? Very, very warm. And so you need something in a room like this, right? And I think it's clever. We talked about the color wheel in the membership, right? What's the opposite of blue is orange. And that's why this kind of pops, right? Because you have two opposite colors on the color wheel. And look at it before. Oh my God, that looks like a murder happened there. I'd be like, what is this? And look at it now. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. Nadine, if I find out about how that's actually done, the scrubbed pine, I'm going to let you know, because it is so beautiful. Now, here's another thing. I read an article years ago about, it was kind of critical of the Magnolia of Chip and Joanna, and how they were taking these 1950s ranches. I think it might have been the Times, and they were making them into this kind of modern farmhouse that didn't work with a ranch and all of that. And designers were saying everything in that ranch, if it was just restored, would have been fine. Here is an example of that, because I'm like that too. When I walk into a house and I see the original kitchen, I'm like, oh my God, I hope nobody takes this out. But this is the before, right? Yep, it's run down. It's a little sad. Look at the after. I mean, that's fabulous. It's so beautiful. And I think all they did is like paint it. You see that sink that people used to throw out, right? Those long, you can't touch one of those now. But look at this, absolutely beautiful. Those beautiful hinges. Try having cabinets made like this now. It's gonna cost you so much. Shelves as a window valance, yes. Yep, Shannon, me too. I love it. Yeah, and then you can put anything you want up there, right? Fabulous. And again, the blue and orange, not my thing, but it's a beautiful room. I'd be very happy in there, right? Having a glass of wine and relaxing by that fire. Blue and white. This is a blue that I really, again, I love what they did here. So here's the original bathroom, right? It looks like the only thing they changed was that weird tile there, and they put in some tongue and groove. I always forget what that's called. Ooh, there we are. But they kept everything else the same, it looks like, except maybe the floor. I think they put that floor in. But it's a beautiful, beautiful room. I love it. Do you guys go through magazines like me? Because I do. I sit here and I'm like, ooh. Uh-oh, Brenda's saying the low ceilings make me claustrophobic. Brenda, I'm only like 4'11", you know, when I first wake up in the morning. And I have been, you know, I have been in houses in Connecticut. We have all these antique houses. And when there's a low ceiling, I'm like, oh my God, oh, this is really close. It's really low. And my husband always laughs because I'm so tiny. But there is definitely that feeling for some people, right? For sure. When we built this house, I have high ceilings on the first floor. I think it's really, maybe in another life, I was a very tall person. Oh, but it's just beautiful. Oh, look at that. Okay, there you go, Shannon. You can have a bath in this exquisite bathtub surrounded by marble. This color, this is a deep, deep, deep navy blue with a touch of violet. I absolutely love that color. And then you can, you know, look at your books, relax, right? Artwork up there. I just love that. I absolutely love this. It's like a little retreat in that alcove. It's so fabulous. That color is fantastic. I'm going to have to look to see what that is. These tubs are back, clawfoot tubs. Oh, and here's the last thing. I have and I've posted it many times, an antique, you know, server that we made into our sink in our bathroom. Yep. Right. Okay, so Brenda is making a point here, and it's true. Lower ceilings up north to keep warm. Absolutely. Tiny doorways, low ceilings. And down south, they're high. And I've noticed, I didn't notice that until a few years ago when I was watching some series that was based in New Orleans. And I'm like, all those really incredible shot houses, the ceilings were super high. And my husband said, yeah, because all the heat would rise, because otherwise they'd really be croaking down there. Yep, so you're absolutely right. The bathroom is beautiful, right? Now look at these. This is, you know, a table, a simple table, easily done in milk paint, right? And all of this is old furniture. Look at the wicker. How cute would that be at a cottage? Here, no paint at all. Just, it looks like the original finish. But I love that. And if you want to be super unique, just do this. Don't go to Home Depot. Do this. And it's really not difficult. They put the skirt here probably because they don't want to see the pipes. I do like it though. The skirt is mounted behind, up and underneath that table. I think that's really cool. It's a good solution. Oh, and look at this. I have to make this. I say that. I'm like one of those Pinterest people, right? It's all little teeny tiny terracotta pots wired to a grapevine wreath. Isn't that fabulous with the velvet bow? I just love that. The wicker bathroom, right? Isn't that, it's beautiful. And this is the other thing I love about Country Living. I love that they do this every month. They put together a color wheel, right? High profile hues. I don't know what that means. It says, it seems about every paint brand has a prediction for color of the year. Which one tops your list? Okay, these are all the predictions. They're all different, right? They do all kind of work together. This seems to be the brightest up here, that blue. I don't know. I really think that's a gimmick, the color of the year. So anyway, you guys, I just wanted to go through that with you because I saw the painted stuff and I look at the recipes. Oh, and look at how sweet. This is somebody's dad's old toolbox. I love that. That's really, really wonderful. But take some time, go through your magazines. Sometimes it's like reading a book. It's nice to pick up, you know, a paper magazine and go through it and look this way. There's something different from Pinterest because they do like the story of a house, so you kind of see how this is all working together. It gets you off your computer and your phone, right? For sure. But I wanted to go through that. I wanted to show you guys the painted stuff because it never goes out of style. It has always been with us. It will always be with us. Like I was saying, I'm in a Facebook group, people who love antique houses, or so, I'm in so many groups. And there was a little bit of an argument started about painted furniture. And somebody says, oh, I hate that horrible chalk paint and the horrible this and that. It should all be banished. And I pointed out that all the stuff he was showing was all originally painted furniture that had been stripped because I just know it, you know, and it was a lot of that primitive furniture. And I said, people weren't sitting around with one candle in a super dark room surrounded by wood furniture, you know, dark wood. They wanted some brightness, you know, those beautiful blues and reds, teals. So they painted things. They didn't paint fine wood. They would paint grain, you know, onto wood to make it look like fine wood. So it's always been with us. It's not going to go out of style. So don't fear. Brenda, you're so practical. How much does that wreath weigh? Yep, and Shannon wants to try it too. You know what? I would say, I see why they did it on top of, it really is on top of a grapevine wreath, or they wired it to a grapevine. And these are 3 to 5 inches. So it's got to weigh 30 pounds, right? Am I crazy? But they're all wired in there. To me, I might take that grapevine wreath, and you know how you could get a metal wreath form that's flat, not the curved, you know, dimensional ones? I would probably wire the grapevine to the metal just to really be able to wire it all together because it is heavy. But boy, is it gorgeous. That's like right up my alley. And, you know, I mean, you can really you know, at Easter you could put little little eggs or put little nests, you know, in throughout this wreath. This wreath you could have up all year long and just fill it with ornaments for Christmas, you know, eggs and bunnies for Easter, little squashes, little things like that for fall. Summer you could put, I don't know, little pail shovel. I collect the little sand shovels, the metal ones. I would wire some of those. And then you just change out your bow, you know. It's fabulous. Now I'm going to be looking for these, you know what's going to happen? We're all going to be looking for these little terracotta pots, but then we have to age them because they're all aged, you know. These look like they've all been used. Metal wreath form, right, Brenda? Because otherwise it's going to be pulling on the grapevine, and I don't think the grapevine is that strong, especially as it gets old. It dries out more and more. Dollar Tree has cheap, white, lightweight little pots. Are they terracotta? Not Dollar Tree. But you said it's such a that. Wait a minute. Look at me. Look at me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going back and trying to read these. So you know where I see them too? I don't know if you guys have a store like this. It's called Ocean State Job Lot. And I love this place. In Connecticut, it's down in Old Saybrook, the one I go to. And they get these little terracotta pots from Italy every year. You know, and you know me, I'm looking, where is it made? Where is it made? And I buy them there, and they're really good pots. So Shannon, I will check that out. Because the thing is, they do have to be tiny. And you don't want them all to be the same color. I mean, the same size and the same color. You know? Because the little tiny ones kind of fill in between the bigger ones, for sure. But I love that. All right, now we all have to make this. Now, you know, we're just going to have to make this. So I'm going to start looking for these. Shannon, I will check that out for sure. And then I'm going to head down also to Ocean State. But they're seasonal, so I'm going to have to probably wait. All right, you guys. That's it. I'm going to go get ready now for Mateo, who's coming over. I thought about making some chicken soup for sure. Shannon says it's a $1.25 tree. Oh, it's no longer $1, right? It's $1.25. They look like terracotta, but who knows? Yep. Nadine, do you have Ocean State up there? Because the Italian pots are really inexpensive. They have at least 3 different sizes. All right, Shannon, I've got a Dollar Tree north of me. I've been in, I think, a couple of times when I was buying those little miniature Jenga pieces, right, for projects. And then I'm going to also head down to Ocean State and check it out and say, I'm going to hopefully not get sick from my grandson. You know, give me 2 or 3 days. We'll see. 19. Thanks, Jade. I'm done drooling now. But you know what? Nothing in here is like insane, right? Like sometimes when I look at milieu, I'm like, oh my God, you know, they're showing Versailles. But look at this bee house. Look at that chippy paint. I love it. I would have to stencil like one of our classical bees on there, right? Get a magazine, go to the library, get off your computer, off your phone, and look and see what they're doing. Because it's just so much fun, and it's a different way of looking at things. So check it out for sure. All right, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. If you do order paint from me, remember I'm having that promo now. So everything ships free, $60 and over orders. If there's paint in there or anything liquidy, I'll just hold it back until the temps go up, which I think is in a few days, at least in New England, right? The weather's always changing. Everybody, thanks for joining, and thanks for being patient with me about Facebook. I'm going to figure out what's going on. But if I do say I'm going live on Facebook, you don't see me on Surface Anthology, you could check Merry Makers now. All right? Oh, you're so welcome, Brenda. Everybody.